Hello Airsoft friends, and welcome to this video today, where today we're carrying on the videos kind of based on the kit that I use when I play Airsoft. As you would have seen on the channel, we've been doing more gameplay videos recently, and my kit has changed quite a bit from how it was to how it is now, and you guys seem to be really like up for or interested in the kit that I run, and maybe some of the decisions behind that as well. So today what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of like put on my full kit, and kind of like talk you through all of those individual bits, because it may give you some ideas of what you would like to run in future when you go airsofting. So first of all, I'm actually kind of wearing clothes that I would be very much happy to go out on an airsoft skirmish with. I'm wearing my shorts here. These are like Under Armour shorts, so they're nice and thin. They got a lot of movement, a lot of stretchability in it. And then on it, I mean, this is a Hugo Boss t-shirt. Well, it may not be a legitimate Hugo Boss t-shirt, but that's neither here nor there. But I wear t-shirts when I play now. I'd be more than happy to wear this out in the field, although I do have a like an esports jersey which I like to wear because it's vented. It has a lot of like airiness to it as well, and it's just super comfortable. So yeah, this is like a standard kind of like, you know, what I would actually wear as my undergarments for when I go airsofting. Beyond that, it then starts to get to more tactical. I'm not going to put my boots on, but in terms of boots, I initially had boots which were just like kind of like full lace up type boots. However, they kind of got a bit frustrating because you had to fully lace them up at the start and at the end of every game. And if you've been out playing in like wet conditions, it's just absolutely horrible getting through like all of the mud on there and scooping it out, and then your hands getting all dirty. So instead, I opted for like zip up sidey type boots. So you still tie them all up on the front once with like the laces to get that nice tight fit, and then when you want to take them off and put them on, you got a zip on the inside, or if you got really big feet, you get a zip on the outside as well. You just zip down and then you can take them off, and seriously, it is so infinitely much better than getting just like lace up boots, because they're just more of an easier way to use, more of a pleasure to use as well. I keep them in my bag here. I've got some trousers. Ooh, these actually need to get washed, so we'll put those into the wash. Oh look, there's socks in here as well. There's the hiking socks I was talking about, and here are the boots. So as you can see, they are quite dirty at the minute. They are all laced up on the front. And then this is the side zip that I was talking about. Seriously, having a side zip, I was very cautious of it at first. I didn't think they were going to be that good. And I was like, well, you know, surely just having them lace up at the front is going to be better. But I was wrong. And yeah, I bloody love them. So yeah, just like standard combat boots. Nothing super fancy, got camo on them, and then yeah, a cheeky little zip on the inside makes it infinitely easier to get on and off. Are you similar to me in that you just kind of like pack all your kit away, and then the next time you go airsofting, you're like, oh god, yeah, I left that in there last time? Yeah, I like do that all the time. So this is my like kind of underclothing. I'd have boots on there, and I'd have big old hiking socks as well. So not like super thick ones, but ones that are like, you know, are big enough to come up beyond the top of the boot, and then they slide down a little bit as well. Because you don't want to use like little socks or thin socks, because then you don't really like fit in the boot as well. The larger the sock, the more like into the crevices it will fit into the boot, and then just makes your foot safer, because you don't want to break your ankle, you don't want to roll it, you don't want to sprain it, you don't do any of that stuff. And I must admit, well, I've seen like 3 ankles break so far. One of them, the bone came through the skin, which was quite, you know, fancy, I guess, as far as ankle breaks go. You don't want that to happen, so make sure your boots are good, they're solid, they're zipped up, and they are nice. Anyway, moving on. So when I'm about to go out and start playing, the first thing I put on will be my my like chest rig, which I did a video on fully looking into it the other day. So if you want to check that out, there'll be like a card up there, as long as I don't forget to put it there. And this is my chest rig here. So it's a Helicon training mini rig, or the Helicon TMR for short. And once I've worked out where all these different little bits go, I can then put it on for you. Usually I'll have like one of my teammates kind of help me out with it, so I can then, you know, like put it on properly, get all my straps all sorted out. But I think I've managed to luck out and do it right the first time. Look at that, perfect, boom. Right, now this strap comes around here, clips into the side, and then that is my rig on, nice and secure. It's nice, it's not like super tight, but it's tight enough, because like to put my chest up here is like open, it's not like kind of strapped in. I don't get any like pressure on my ribs with it, which is really nice. I did find that with my plate carrier, often I'll have that like done up to a comfortable level, but then when I'm like it then starts to, like, you know, squeeze my ribs a bit too much and gets a bit uncomfortable, and I feel like I can't really breathe as much as I would like to. So this is actually really comfortable in the fact that I don't have to, you know, I'm not as constricted as I could be, which is really nice. I've got all my mags in here that I need. I've got 3 in the top. I open this up, I've got 3 in here with a speed loader that can refill 2 and a bit magazines. I then store like my active magazine, or the one I'm walking to the site with or leaving the game area with. I put that in the front bit there. I then put grenades in this bottom bit here if I want to, so I put some bangy bits in there. I've got my radio here with the wire up to my push to talk thingy here. I've got my grenade strike pad here available on projectairsoft.co.uk, which I strike my grenades on if I lose the toppers. And yeah, it's just a nice small lightweight rig which I can use in like every condition. And it's great as well because I can use this for sniping as well if I want to. I can change the inserts for Mark 23s, for VSR magazines. It's just, yeah, it works for like everything that I want it to do, which is, you know, something that I really love. The universality of it, mwah, absolutely lovely. So once I've got this on, I will then come down here and grab my Novrich 3D ghillie shoulder piece. Now this is something which has been a recent addition to the kit, and will kind of depend on if I use it, whether I'm using it in like a woodland, or if I'm playing in like a woodland, or if I'm playing in like an urban. Because if I'm playing in like a strictly urban site, then there's not really much point in me wearing, like, you know, some kind of like woodland camo. Whereas if I'm playing in a, you know, forest and stuff, then it makes sense to have a little bit of woodland tree leaf suit type stuff on me, so I can at least be a little bit protected, and a little bit covered. So yeah, there we go. I put this underneath there just because I want to have access to my push to talk here and also my grenade striker. So it sits a little bit funnily, but you know what? It is comfortable. It feels okay. And if I turn around, oh, where has he gone? Where has he gone? There's just a leaf man in there. There's just a bush. Like, it does really nicely in terms of, like, you know, breaking up your shape. And as I'm, like, you know, charging through forests and trees and bushes and stuff like that, it doesn't get caught on anything. And yeah, the leaves do a pretty good job. So I am happy with that. Although my neck is, you know, it is sticking out there. So I don't know whether or not like a hooded, like a Cobra hood version would be better. But I'm not going for like full ghillie. I'm just going for like more, you know, chilled out, relaxed kind of, you know. I'm not going for like being a ghillie man, but I would like a little bit of leafy cover. That's where I'm sitting. So that goes on there. I then have my gloves, but I'm not going to put them on because they're all gross and wet still from the last game day, which was over a week ago now. But I run the Mechanics impact gloves here, as you can see, and I have actually, this is a recent thing I've done, which has actually turned out really cool. My thumb actually like broke through the top of the glove here, and I was a bit like, oh, that sucks. But then I cut the top of the glove off, and now when I use these, just the tip of my thumb sticks out, which you'll probably be able to see in the videos too at some points. And that's super handy for adjusting hop on your rifle, or if you just like need to do something and have actually like feel in there as well. And having your thumb, like the tip of your thumb free, it's great. So if you have gloves, I'd highly recommend just cut the tip off of the thumb and then use a lighter around the fibers and then squidge them together, and then it will stop it from like tearing or ripping or anything like that. And yeah, seriously, it has been such a big deal for me to be able to like pull the charging handle back and then adjust the hop with my thumb. Night and day. Saves me so much time. And yeah, it's just something I'm going to do. Literally, as soon as I buy a new pair of gloves, I'm cutting the tip of the thumb off because, changed my life, it did. And then once I've got my like ghillie shoulder piece on and I've got my little tactical rig on there, the third and final piece is my head unit thing. Now, I have done a separate video on this piece as well, so if you want to check that out, again, link will be, you know, somewhere here for you to click and enjoy. But essentially all I do is I pop this on. It's all one single piece. It's a cap with a bump cap insert in here, so if I get hit in the head, I can feel it, but it doesn't hurt. I've then got my single earpiece radio headset there. It's cable tied on into the perfect position. This cable then comes out, and I put that into my push to talk, and I just twiddle it around until the cable goes into a good position like that there. That's perfectly fine there. And now I can look around and the cable doesn't get in the way. The microphone as well is attached to the front here, so it's always in the perfect position, and it's also bent away from the mask a little bit, so I'm not going to get any scratching or rubbing on there. I've then got my GoPro Hero 9 Black on the top there, and then I've also got my power pack, which is on Velcro. So if I need to sort my power pack out throughout the day, I can just rip it off, get a new one, put it on there, connect the USB, and then I'm all good to go. And that is pretty much my active kit. Like, I'll run my shorts. If not, I'll wear hiking trousers, like really high elastic hiking trousers. They allow me to bend and stretch into all these, you know, fun, strange positions, which is really good. I used to swear by trousers that had like knee pads built in, but you know what, I feel like that was holding me back a bit. Like, it's really good to have knee pads in trousers, but you don't really need to kneel down all the time. And the more I wear the hiking trousers, the more I'm like, it's much better for me to have a full range of motion the entire time, as opposed to, you know, not having that full range of motion and not really being able to like get through a window or crouch down or anything like that, just because I've then got these knee pads on, which I don't necessarily use all the time. So yeah, much better to have all that motion than not, and that's why I now only use the stretchy hiking trousers if I'm not wearing my shorts, because I do love my shorts too. And you know what, nettles, scratchy things, all of that is not really too much of an issue when you're wearing shorts. It's not anywhere near as much of an issue as I was concerned that it might have been initially. The only thing that was a bit of a pain was I was walking along one time, I stood on like the end of like a thorn thing, and then my leg went like through it, and oh god, and that sucked. Like, that really genuinely sucks. So now when I'm walking, I'm very cautious to not try and, like, you know, create a fucking garrote wire with my own feet, and then hopefully my leg will just stay in one piece, because yeah, that genuinely really sucked. But yeah, oh well, we all have our moments, don't we? And that's pretty much the full kit. And you know what, I really enjoy it. There are some things I do want to change. Like, I'm not a huge fan of just having the battery pack stuck on the top of the hat like that, so that's something which I'm looking into changing. I'm also going to be changing these little bits here, because I'm not a fan of having like that there on the wrist, because if I was to go on the floor, which I don't really genuinely do it, then that kind of like sucks pushing into the wrist. And also this is lots of dangly bits out there, so I think what I might just do instead is remove this part here, because I don't really need that, cut these down, and then yeah, just like have this on the end there, and then that's just going to be the permanent, you know, this is the length of it. Or I'll just tie it in a knot and then cut the lengths off, and then that can be it there. So that's something which I want to sort out. I want to do that on both of the wrists to get rid of that extra length. But apart from that, I'm really happy with this kit. Oh yeah, the missing part, the last part of it, is my M4 as well, and that's what I rock. So I'm kind of like all color schemed all together. It does fit quite nicely. I guess like maybe I should get some, you know, non-black t-shirts to wear, and also some non-black shorts too, just so I can like blend into the environment a bit more. So maybe that's something which is on the upcoming to-do list in terms of airsoft kit. But for now anyway, I'm trying to focus more on being comfortable, as opposed to like getting everything to be like super tactical, and then I'm going to go back the other way. Because I started off with just trying to get everything super tactical and, you know, super army man, and, you know, it was fun. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, I want to more, you know, enjoy doing sick things and, like, you know, getting good plays in when I'm playing airsoft, as opposed to like turning up and just, you know, having all the kit and looking the part. It's more important to me to be comfortable, be, you know, effective in the field, and the way I'm going to do that is by being comfortable in my kit, and yeah, just having fun in it. So yeah, don't worry about what other people think, just be casual if you want to be casual, and yeah, enjoy. Although, to be fair, I guess if you were new to airsoft and you rocked up and you saw me like that, you probably still feel like he's not casual, but I feel like this is quite casual compared to some of the builds I've seen out there. So yeah, anyway, there you go. That's my current build. Thank you all very much for watching, and a huge shout out to all my wonderful patrons for supporting the channel, watching the videos, and just generally, you know, being amazing, awesome, cool people. Also, big shout out to the StayFreshShoe Airsoft Discord community. You guys rock, you're lovely people, and yeah, if you want to make some airsoft friends, click the link in the description below and join the Discord. Also, Project Airsoft, fantastic products on there, loads of things to change and improve your airsoft life. So yeah, check it out. Jump on the website, enjoy, and until next time, thank you very much for watching. Remember to call your hits, and I'll see you in the next one.